Hello guys and welcome to another video. This is the game between Magnus Carlsen and Liren from 2019 Springfield Tiebreaks. And this match is from round 4 and it's a game in blitz game between these two gentlemen. So further to do, let's go into this match. When Ding Liren plays with the black pieces and Magnus Carlsen with the white pieces. So Magnus opens with the e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, a6, so Murphy defense, bishop to a4, knight to f6, castles by Magnus, and Ding goes to bishop to e7, d3 just strengthening the center, and b5, even attacking this bishop again here. Bishop to b3, the only square left for the bishop, and Ding Liren pushes the d6 pawn, just strengthening his center. And Magnus goes for c3. Knight to a5, bishop to c2, and c5, even pushing further the queen side. And d4, challenging the center. Capture, and Ding Liren castles. h3, Magnus pushes his h-pawn one square forward, so he have space for his king in later, and rook to e8, d5 pushing the center, and bishop to d7. Just the idea is to push this pawn forward, and then you have a nice square to compete with this white bishop here. And knight to c3, queen to b8, just bringing the defensor for this pawn so the bishop can move. Excuse me, maybe just some ideas behind that. Maybe if this opens and there's the double attack against this pawn by this bishop and this knight, and also if the queen comes to the attack, there is a 3 guys already against, so you need to defend this pawn. And rook to c8. This is classical move by this happens most of the time when the queen side is pushed forward and it opens early, so it's good idea to bring your pieces into this open fires, since kings are just here hiding behind all this stuff. And so knight to e2, just going back with the knight. Don't want to lose it yet, save it for the later time, because knights are useful in this kind of game where all the pawns are making these structures and it's hard to attack with the bishops. And g4, knight to c5, knight to g3, bringing the both knights here into this area. And Ding Liren pushes with his knight and picks up the bishop here at the d3, and queen captures d3. b4 pushing the pawn, and rook to e1, queen to b5, queen to d1, and rook to c7. Bishop to e3, just getting this diagonal for himself, and it's protected by this pawn. So it's useful to have it when black wants to put all the pieces in the same file. It's defending nicely here from attacks, and even if the queen wants to come into this diagonal, it's not possible because he's defending nicely. And rook a to c8, just piling up with the rooks and attacking this open file here. Knight to d2, g6, and Magnus pushes his b3 pawn, just not letting this pawn come in front more and threaten the queening and all kinds of nasty discoveries when he just attacks this tower, and it's protected twice with the rooks, and just useful move. And queen goes back to b7. We have to remember that this is a blitz game, so these moves can be a little bit confusing sometimes, since players have so little time to use for their moves. And knight to c4, and not much time for calculating. Bishop to b5, knight to a5, attacking the queen, and queen goes back to b8. Queen to d2, attacking the bishop here, this pawn here, and rook comes into the defense with c3 move. Nice centering move with the rook, since it's attacking all the directions here, and it's protected by the other rook here. So black has the nice development on this open file now, and white is being pushed a little bit into this area, only this one square of the board, and pawn captures a3, and knight goes back to c6. Bishop captures c6, and queen captures c3. Bishop to d5, just opening attacking this pawn and this pawn, but also opening the attack against the queen. And queen is not protected at the moment, so he has to move. Magnus has to move his queen to a5, and bishop captures e4. Now this diagonal is open, and if the queen could come into this diagonal, they have a nice attack in this very long diagonal. And bishop to a8, just getting into cover, and you can still snipe here. You're a kind of sniper here when you are using the longest diagonal with the bishop. And queen captures the a6, he uses his opportunity to capture this lonely pawn without cover. And knight goes to d5, bishop to a7, getting into cover with because the bishop was attacking it, but it's not maybe the best move in this position, since it's protected by the pawn, and if you go here, it's kind of hard position to like calculate further. Maybe better would be just maybe stay here, or just well, something else. But okay, he was like with this blitz game, so at least the engine says that it's a mistake, but and I don't know what was the idea behind this move. And queen goes to c7, black goes to attack mode now, and rook e to c1, just protecting this c file now, so the queen cannot attack yet. But queen still makes that attack, and it's considered as a blunder, and you never should maybe push this pawn here, but it's sacrificing the piece and going full attack mode with the rook, and king has to move now to the h2, and bishop goes to c6. Okay, and queen captures a3. And bishop captures g5. Liren is full on attack mode now. He just wanted to trade into the endgame and wants to end this fast. And bishop to f4, attacking this knight here, and okay, Magnus goes to bishop c5, and knight to e7. And it was this position when the Magnus Carlsen resigned the game since there was a little few mistakes he made, and it's 4 pawns against 3 pawns, and white has a queen and bishop and knight, and black has 2 bishops and a rook. So it's winning game for the white. It could be easy. It could be winnable with the white. Yes, I'm not sure if white lost with the time or did he resign, but here is like how it could have been continued. So black is actually winning here. So Liren won this game with his black pieces, and this could be the ending for the match. At least what the engine shows us. It could be go like this, and then you live into this endgame where the black is up in exchange, and he has 4 pawns against the 2 pawns, so it's a completely winning game for the black. Even the black had a queen in the end, and but the Liren made a nice sacrifices in the end, and he got the upper hand finally in this game. So really exciting. The blitz can be very very exciting sometimes, and there's happening a lot of stuff in the. So not every move is perfect, and they play like a little bit different when it's a blitz game. But these are nice games to watch always. But that was about it, and I'm going to see you in the next video, and hopefully we get the more matches from Magnus Carlsen, and I'm gonna also make. Well, it depends. I will choose some games which I find interesting, and then give it for your entertainment. Have a nice rest of your day, and peace out. Bye.